morning friends. So, we are going to discuss about one important theme. The course title is Sociology and Sanitation, an introduction. This basically comes under the discipline of sociology, and it is a 4 weeks duration course of 10 hours, and it is basically seen that this course is going to be applicable and useful for the people from sociology in that sense and from other social sciences, and especially in the era of NEP we try to see that it has certain bearings which has something to do with that how sociology of sanitation in that sense is going to be quite meaningful. And the basic idea in that sense is that we try to speak about the developmental studies, we try to speak about the inclusive growth, environment and society, gender and society, health and society, subaltern studies and social movement. All these things in that sense are going to be covered in this course, and it is basically for the UG and the PG students, and also for the aspirants who are basically dealing with the agro based industries or the NGO or the CSR activities. I think health and sanitation and the environmental based organization, all these things in that sense are going to be important. But the most important thing in that sense of course is that we have to speak about the fact that how this course is going to be useful, especially when we try to speak about this whole course. I think it is basically designed into certain specific segments, like as I said in the 9 chapters in that sense. First is basically the sanitation practices in the historical perspectives. Second is on sociology of sanitation, its definition, scope and strategies. We have perspectives on sociology of sanitation. We have another unit on research methodology in sociology of sanitation, and then we have the social science concept which are applicable to the issue of sanitation practices. Apart from that, we are also trying to deal with the forms of sanitation and their social implications, the various social movements and the societal sanitations in terms of the key thinkers, and also we are trying to speak about the ramifications of the cultural practices which are associated with the caste and sanitation in the rural and the urban area. Apart from that, we will also discuss the interventions of the public and the private agencies on sanitation in India across, and finally, we will try to speak about the toilet as a tool of social change. So, virtually we try to see that this course is going to be quite apt, and the sociology of sanitation, if we try to see in a very broader framework, the basic idea in that sense is that we are trying to speak about that how things have changed through time. And it is basically that this present endeavor in that sense is trying to see as an interplay of what you can say the science, management, law and social sciences, and how it has to be seen in terms of inclusive sanitation and the challenges which are associated, especially with regard to the issue of sanitation. It has to be seen in the holistic framework, and the basic idea in that sense is that this issue of sanitation has to be seen as a pathway and also as a discourse for the cross disciplinary perspective. It involves certain amount of theorization, and apart from that, the most important thing in that sense is that it has to comprehend the closer association of sanitation with the weaker sections of the society, and also this work will provide you the theoretical insights with regard to the subaltern lens and how we can see sanitation in terms of an action sociology. So, I think this will give you a blanket of what you can say concepts in that sense, and it will provide you a wider canvas to deal with the various aspects. And the most important thing in that sense is that it is trying to be more interdisciplinary, and it is also cross cultural in terms of an understanding. And the basic idea is that I since belong to the holy city of Prayag in that sense as such from University of Allahabad. So, I think somewhere I thought of putting the issue of sanitation which is coming from the Prayag and how it is going to be quite meaningful. And the basic idea in that sense is that we have to see the sort of a inclusiveness which is coming from sanitation. I think government of India, our honorable Prime Minister is basically trying to speak about and focusing upon the Gandhian understanding of Swachhta, and now we are trying to speak about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So, this whole debate in that sense which we try to see is putting in practices by the government, and now it is the high time that the academicians has to think about that how the sanitation has to be seen in terms of the disciplinary boundaries. So, I think with this course we are trying to put that how social science viewpoint of sanitation can be covered, I think since it is located on sociology and sanitation in that sense, and it will give you a wider canvas about the sort of a secondary data which is related to sanitation. And apart from that, we are trying to see that how we can see ourselves as an active action oriented sociologist or the social scientist, and sanitation definitely can play a crucial role. So, apart from conceptualization which are to be seen as theorization, we also have to see the various perspectives. We have also to see the contribution of the various social reformers starting from Gandhi, Ambedkar or Bhave for that sake, and how they have contributed towards the understanding of reform of the society. So, here the attempt is to see sanitation beyond the toilet. It is basically trying to see sanitation has something to do with the societal reforms with regard to the understanding of the wider issues of the societies which have something to do with the body, with the mind and with the physical setting. So, it is a combination and the holistic understanding about all these things. So, I hope that all of you will be enjoying this course and you will try to not only put it for the reading or academia, but also you will try to make it for practice also. So, with these words I formally welcome you all for joining this course, and I am hopeful that you all will enjoy this course for a very meaningful outcome in terms of its application in the wider inclusive understanding of the sociology of development, and also in terms of putting sanitation into practice in the Indian scenario and fulfilling the dream of our Honorable Prime Minister for making the things more effective and valuable. Thank you to all of you, and we will be interacting with you in the coming phases in terms of the various specific units which we are going to cover up. And this is all from my side, and we will interact again and again on various units for more explanations and discussions. Thank you.